Whatever it costs my cousin in pain and suffering before he died, I will return in full measure upon the woman that caused it.
I think it makes a difference of when Daphne du Maurier wrote this, which was in the, was it 50s?
It was 50s, yeah.
And sort of, and a lot of her books are from a woman's point of view, or they're kind of, the women are sometimes a lot more kind of psychologically complex or questionable than the men, and so therefore, like Rachel is in this movie, she's not just a kind of, she doesn't stick to the perceived rules of kind of the English middle classes. You know, she kind of and that's very kind of different. And I suppose that's what we kind of see as being modern, but maybe wasn't, because you know we haven't changed the agenda that much. Just maybe changed over how society is perceiving women.
I've been doing a little asking around. She's notorious. Do you understand?
I worked with Sam on, this is I think my third project with Sam, so I feel like we kind of knew each other quite well, and so that was kind of nice. It kind of had this ease, and I suppose might have works nicely well for Louise and Philip, and kind of there's something that we don't have to work on, you know.
Yeah, I'd worked with Rachel a good few years ago on a black comedy in Glasgow called Beautiful Creatures, which we had great fun on. So it's always lovely when your paths cross again. And Roger is someone who we've sort of nearly worked together for so many times, mainly in theatre, but also I think that we've had near miss and film-wise as well. But so that was definitely a big draw for me, because he's really regarded by a lot of the acting fraternity, certainly in the UK, as one of the great actors, directors, and he's done as much work at the National Theatre and in theatre as on screen. So he's very, very good at wrestling with kind of complicated writing, psychological writing, and nurturing performances. So he was, it was a treat to work with Roger.
I know nothing about her.
Or is it you who know nothing?
I want you to be my wife.
Have you gone out of your mind?
After having read the book, like, I had my own views on Rachel, judging from like thinking where Philip potentially is, because the book is sort of so much from his kind of point of view. But then as a character as Louise, it's kind of it's quite different, because Louise has her own emotions that influence what she thinks and how she feels, because she has, she's in love with Philip and therefore cares about the way that Rachel is affecting him, but also has her own jealousies about that. And so, yeah, it's slightly different maybe. But
I was sort of led entirely by the nose by du Maurier and Roger's script. I think I followed the route that they would have hoped I would, in that I really didn't fall strongly on either side. I was really held in suspense throughout, of not understanding what was going on, looking very alertly for any clue as to whether she was benign or sinister, and it really changes all the way through the story. She's obviously such a breath of fresh, exotic, beautiful life that she brings into the sleepy community, and they're all mesmerised and transformed by her, really. And then little pieces of information start to filter through that make you question her motives. But it's never, everything is counterpointed by, every time you think you're getting a hold on where she's coming from, another piece of information or some behavioural thing will make you think, no, that can't be right, because she seems to genuinely have had a love for Ambrose, and the will wasn't written over to her at that time if she didn't seem to do to him what we think she might be doing to Philip. So it really varies throughout, and that's, I think, what the writer's intention is.
Now go to bed like a good boy. Go.